Hey guys, got another YJ update for you guys. Um, this one's going to be relatively quick, but uh, packed full of info. Um, got my vanity plates on. There you go. I've been waiting for those to come in. Took them about 6 to 8 weeks to come in. I don't remember how long, but took them forever. Let's see. I think the last video I went over the steering being installed, so if you didn't see that, go check it out. But since then, I have gotten a bit more progress done. I took the speakers out because they were blown. I have to get new speakers for it. No big deal. Um, got here. Turn the flash on. Got my trans fluid dipstick tube put in, as well as I got a vacuum modulator line. It's kind of just sitting loose over there for now until I figure out, where I'm plumbing it to, and then I'll clamp it to the firewall and whatnot. Got my steering shaft painted. It looks like crap because it is so humid out. It's probably not even dry yet, so that's nice. Got brake booster put on. I was originally going to go out and buy all new brake stuff, but I am going the I want to drive it soon way, and I'm just going to reuse that one because there's nothing wrong with it. And I'll get a new brake master cylinder and all the other brake stuff. But as long as I can reuse some stuff and save some money here and there, that'd be nice. Another big thing. It's got a drive shaft in it now. Made by none other than Denny's Drive Shafts. They're up in New York. They were great to work with. Super helpful. Sales guy I talked to was super nice. So I definitely recommend checking out Denny's Drive Shafts if you need to get a custom drive shaft made. They also sell miscellaneous transmission stuff, I believe. Going down the list. Got here. Let's get under the car, because that's where I've been working. Got my transmission cooler lines ready to go. I need to get another length of rubber hose because they only had enough in the kit for one line, I guess, or it's supposed to be both lines, but it's not long enough. So yeah, I got those put in. You can see my dipstick tube coming down if it would focus. And most importantly, I got my torque converter put in. That was a pain in the butt to do under the car, but I did it. Probably the heaviest thing I've had to lift sideways. I do not recommend doing that. Give you another look. Under the transmission, you can see where I cut out the skid plate to be able to access the drain pan. I mean, that's pretty much it. I've just been ordering, I just got in stuff for the transmission. So apart from that hose that I'm missing, the transmission is ready to get full of fluid. I also have a speedometer cable coming, as well as an accelerator cable to be able to hook up my gas pedal to the carburetor, which I will show you. So the factory YJ throttle cable is attached with a little ball stud on the factory throttle body. And obviously I can't use, well, I guess I could use a universal cable, but I just figured get a cable meant for a YJ so it'll work with my gas pedal. And, I could just get the ball studs to hook it onto the throttle linkage, which I have from Holly 20-2. If you need ball studs, this is their kit, or this is their assorted kit. You can see I also got my inspection cover ready to go on, torque converter bolts. So yeah, I'll be able to, I just got to get the bolts to be able to put that up to the transmission, and then hook the torque converter up to the flywheel, put that on, fill the trans with fluid, put the speedo cable on, and then that's pretty much it. Right now I took my trans tunnel cover off to be able to shift it into park and out of park. But yeah, I don't know if I went over it in the last video, but I got my block off plate put in with a aftermarket key switch and an aftermarket toggle switch for the, I have a Holley clacker fuel pump mounted in the location for the factory fuel filter. You can see it there. I had to put that on because the fuel pump that's in the tank wasn't pumping gas. I have to check and see if it's wired backwards because the wires for the pigtail coming out of the fuel pump and sending unit were completely different colors than they should be. So I just kind of guessed, but I'll have to see. It's, if it's wired backly, it'll pump in reverse. So the easy way to test that is to just take a hose, put it into a gas can or something, or a bottle full of gas, and then turn the car on and see if it sucks the gas out of the tank or out of the bottle that you have gas in. And if it does that, then it's wired backwards. So I imagine that's probably what it is. So whenever I get the chance, I'll test that. And if it is wired backwards, then I'll just delete that Holley fuel pump or I don't even think that's Holley fuel pump. I think that's just a generic one. But I'll just delete that fuel pump and put a factory fuel filter back there. It's no big problem. So yeah, I got transmissions ready to get fluid in it, and theoretically it would be able to test for gears and whatnot. My next paycheck, I'll be able to buy all the brake stuff for it, and then after that I just have to get a shifter for it. But if I buy all the brake stuff, I could theoretically drive it. I would just have to reach through the floor and manually shift it for first through third, since it doesn't have a throttle position switch to be able to shift down, which is why I'm going to be running a ratchet shifter, so I can just manually downshift it. That way I don't have to worry about hooking up a switch on my gas pedal, but I probably will eventually do that. It's just, in the meantime, to be able to drive it, I'll just use a ratchet shifter. So yeah, I got hardtop put on it from my brother's Jeep. I don't think I want to keep this. I think I'm going to give it back to him as soon as he's done with the stuff inside of his Jeep. But because I really just want to run it topless if I can, because I just prefer driving the Jeep topless, so there's no point in me having a hard top on it. Plus this hard top has no back window, and I wouldn't even be able to put a back window in it because it's busted to hell, and the driver's side window doesn't exist. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as the rest of the stuff on the Jeep goes, it is fine, hunky-dory. I've run the engine a couple times, and it does smoke a decent amount, especially out of the passenger side. So I don't have high hopes for this engine. I'll drive it around, and if it keeps burning a ton of oil, or if it keeps burning oil, it's no big deal. But if it burns a ton of oil, like smoke screens, then I'll park it, and over the winter I'll either have this engine rebuilt or I'll get a crate motor for it. But I just rebuilt this myself, so I don't have any confidence in it really. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Next video will probably be on the brakes. I'll try to video actually doing the work, because you know this channel is mostly just recaps of stuff that I've done, but I'll try to actually video doing the work so that you guys can see what all goes into this. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.